For the Scribble tool, we also have an option to make it part of the player. Currently, all we've been looking at is the drawing tool by itself. So if you have a drawing tool and you're wanting to make it for the player, by default it's set up for it, but if you get a tile and you need to change it up for it, what you can do is, one, we could actually say that we don't want to enable at start. We're going to leave it on just so I can show you how it can be used both ways. The collider on at start, we'll go ahead and turn this off just so the player doesn't run into his own collision while he's walking around on it, or while he's creating it. Alright, so the Scribble tile can be a pickup item, as well as a using item with the mouse, and also it can be just simply a trigger event that can occur as well. We're going to use this as a item, so we're going to say enable trigger. The type is just going to be by trigger, so you just walk into it. And then the state for it right now, I'm going to do the on enter and off on exit. So when I set it down and leave, it actually won't be usable until somebody else picks it up. Actually, you know what? Here, we'll turn this off. That way I can go back to mouse mode. That'll work. Alright, and then just remember that if you're setting up an item and it isn't set up, you can go to your items option and you can just say is item a usable type, and you can do an instant equip for it. The one part that we don't have on this one, it's actually currently set for being used directly in the middle. So if you wanted to see it a little bit differently here, actually, how about we just do something, we'll just do something quick here and just move it up. Very rough, but I think this will give you an idea of what we're going to do. So I'm going to move all the points straight up, because what this is going to do is make sure that the Scribble tool will be up here for me the whole time, no matter what direction I'm facing. And a couple more here. There we go. So when he's walking around in a standing position, the object will be up here for us. And then when it comes to front and back on the depth, let's make sure we set this for ones going across. That way the tool is going to be in front of the player the whole time while he's moving around. Alright, so then I'm just going to go out of this mode. We'll push play. So now when the player picks it up, now the player, like we have from before, now the player is going to hold it, walk around, it's in here. And then similar to like the jetpack, if you've gone through that one, you can use default key is Z, and then the bottom left button on the joystick if you're using it. If you push, you're going to have your spark, then you can start drawing. You can move it around because the intersection is allowed, so you can go through it. But this allows you just to actually, as a player, create the shape that you want to go. You can actually turn them, set the collision type differently too if you need it. The one thing to consider on this one though is that you could even hide the player, and the only thing left is actually the pickup item, so it looks like just a pencil and you're using your controls for it. Alright, now it is an item, so I can actually I can holster it back down if I want to. I can drop it like that if I want to. I can pick up another item and use this item. So you can go back and forth that way with it. Now, the one thing we were looking at before was that I can draw with it this way. If I let go of it and move out of the box, remember we have the on start to draw. Well, because it's set, I can actually still go in here and use this one with my mouse, but when I trigger this one, I can't do the mouse anymore because this actually belongs to, the item belongs to this player. So as long as you're holding it, it's going to belong to the player, and the player gets to do the controls with it. But when you release it, as long as you have the on exit to leave it on, then you still have your mouse control if you had that set for the on start. Alright, hopefully you kind of followed that one. A lot of kind of different ways to do it. We'll take a look in the next video with a couple other ways to do it.